Hey, good Tuesday morning, everyone. It's Eric here with a video blog update here on the second day of October. We've got a much more August-like day than an October-like day getting set to unfold today with a severe weather threat, plenty of warm and humid air, and again, just a little more like a summer day rather than the second day of October. And get used to this. It's going to feel like summer for another week to possibly even as much as 8 or 9 days. All right, a couple of showers moving through early on this morning. Notice the heavier activity pushing off to our north and east. I'm expecting a pretty quiet morning. Most of our thunderstorm activity really won't get going until we get into the mid to late afternoon hours, but boy, is it muggy out there. Dew points this morning, let me stop the loop here. Dew points this morning are in the middle 60s, and for October 2nd, that is some muggy stuff. So we've got the air mass in place, we've got the warm and humid air. We need a trigger. Well, we've got that off to our west. We have a cold front out here. Pretty easy to find this front on the dew point map here. Here's the front. The difference between the drier air and the muggy air. This front's going to slice into this air mass this afternoon, and yeah, that's a recipe, of course, for some showers and some thunderstorms. All right, let's take a look at our simulated radar product here. This is called the High Resolution Rapid Refresh model. It's a model that updates once an hour. We get a new run of it each hour. It's certainly not always right, but it's just another one of those tools that we use when we're trying to figure out what the weather's going to do. And its general idea here is that thunderstorms start developing up near Cleveland and maybe Lorain and Mansfield right around 2 o'clock this afternoon. By 3 o'clock, they're starting to sag south and east and probably starting to impact our viewing area between, say, 3 and 4 p.m. Most places, or I should say the first places to get the thunderstorm activity, it's most likely going to be north and west of Youngstown, but even south and east, I can't rule out a couple of stragglers as early as 3:30 or 4, but I think the highest concentration of activity that early in the day, as some schools are letting out, around maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock, will be in places such as Newton Falls, Mesopotamia, Bloomfield, Kinsman, maybe down to Cortland. That's kind of that mid-afternoon time frame. By the time we get to 4:30, 5 o'clock, our entire viewing area is kind of under the gun here for some showers, some thunderstorms. So if you can see us on TV by 4:30, 5 o'clock, yeah, we're getting pretty busy, we think, with some showers and storms. By 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, a lot of this activity starts shifting to our south and eastern viewing area and then out of our viewing area closer to Pittsburgh as we go towards sunset this evening. Of course, sunset getting pretty close to 7 o'clock. So I think our general time frame here hasn't really changed since yesterday. We've got to really pay attention to the weather starting between, say, 3 and 4 and then taking us through maybe 7:30 to 8. Kind of that 3 to 4 hour window is when thunderstorms are most likely. The Storm Prediction Center does have our region outlined in a slight risk. That's kind of a middle category right here. When it comes to severe weather risks, it's certainly not at the high end, but it's enough to get our attention. What about the individual types of severe weather? One thing we have to watch out for today is a low-end tornado risk. This is the chance of a tornado within 25 miles of any location. And notice there's a 2% contour that includes all of eastern Ohio and western PA. It's a low chance, but it's not zero. So that's something that we'll have to keep in mind for this afternoon. That's the tornado risk. Wind and hail are much higher risks. This is the chance of damaging wind gusts, about 15%. In the yellow there, that includes everyone in our region. And I think there can be some hailers with these storms this afternoon. Notice there's a 15% contour, eastern Ohio, western PA, chance for some large hail. So, we had in some of our recent severe weather days or busy storm days, we've had a wind threat, but not a huge hail threat. I think the hail threat's a little bit higher today with our storms. So I can't rule out some impactful hail, more than just the little pea-sized stuff, the kind that can be impactful. I can't rule that out this afternoon. So just about all modes of severe weather are going to be a possibility this afternoon. As I say most of the time when we're getting set for a day like today, not everyone will see heavy thunderstorms or impactful weather, but everyone has a chance of seeing some impactful weather this afternoon. So it's, again, just a day to stay weather aware, whether it's for the kids getting off the bus this afternoon or after school, after work activities. Your plans can be impacted by the weather later on today. So I'll have frequent updates on social media. We'll have updates on the Storm Tracker 21 app and WFMJ.com, and I'll probably be doing some streaming on my Facebook page this afternoon when the storms get going, and we'll probably do a concurrent stream on WFMJ.com and our news and weather app as well.